Okay, hello everybody. It is October 25th, 2012, 9:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, I'm going to say Eastern Standard Time. I know technically I'm supposed to just say Eastern Time, but I've gotten so used to saying that. Really good friend of mine, kind of like almost like a brother to me. Haven't heard from him in like over a month, so hopefully he's alright. He corrected me and said that actually it's just Eastern Time, it's not Eastern Standard Time. So I try to do that and it just doesn't flow. So, I don't know. But, anyway, finally have the house to myself. I have a doctor's appointment at like 1 o'clock-ish or something. So, I probably should turn on my old phone because I have... Where did it go? Where did my old piece of shit go? Yeah. Technology. There's a good thing, a good topic. This is my old celly. Before that, it was a T-Mobile Touch, or a Tap. It was a T9 Tap. This is a T-Mobile Motorola Click. It had a little pop-up keyboard that I thought was just so sexy, and now the phone's a piece of shit. So let's just boot this bad bitch up and see what the calendar will reveal. Now I have this one. I have to unplug it. I have this one, and yes, I look like I have just the most baddest ass phone in the world, the coveted iPod, or iPhone, but it's the iPhone 3G. It's almost obsolete already. It was my soon-to-be ex-husband's phone. He inherited a friend of his phone. They were like, hey, you know, I don't know what to do with it, and I don't need the money to, you know, if I were to sell it. So here, and passed on their phone. And their phone's an iPhone 3GS, I believe, or iPhone 4. I don't remember which one. And so Chucky Butt said, hey, I'll give you my phone. And I'm like, hey, that's a great idea. Thank you so much. Because the other phone, it's starting to green screen on me. And he's like, oh, that's not good. That's like a blue screen for a computer. And I was like, oh, whatever it is, it's not a very nice color to see when you're trying to freaking open up apps and stuff like that, or even try to check your messages, or even turn the phone to the side. I turn it to the side and all of a sudden green. I'm like, oh, shit. So, yeah. So, and it's very frustrating because for some reason a lot of apps now require iOS software, which is not available on the iPhone 3G, and so a lot of apps are not compatible with my phone, including Facebook. I was going to say the whole list, but all I can think was Facebook. You know, it's kind of weird because ever since I was a kid, I've always been a couple steps behind the latest thing. You know, and it wasn't like a conscious thing where I was like, you know what, I'm going to be a couple steps behind the Joneses, fuck them bastards, I'm going to freaking, you know. No, it was just, you know, I've always been poor and I get hand-me-downs and I'm used to that shit. It's not a big deal. In fact, this shirt ain't even my own. I think it's Chucky's. And I'm swiping it because I think I look better in it. I guess I do look good in red. You know, it's got fuzzies all over it. I'm just not a big fan of the color red, but, you know, whatever. I had my hair in braids for a while. Had them in braids for about 3 or 4 days, and then I took them out, and now my hair is extra soft, extra froey. As you can tell, there's not a whole lot of curl or bounce to them, except towards the ends. But, yeah, when it comes time for Halloween, my hair's going to get braided back up. I'm not going to be on my pain medicine when I do it. Last time that I braided my hair, my foot had decided I had turned it the wrong way, going to the store, and I keep setting my foot down wrong, because then all of a sudden I start getting like mad pain, and it's like, oh, So, towards the end of the day of doing that a bunch of times, my foot is like going, you know, and then my right side of my body is tired of carrying around my left side of my body, so I've got like some, muscle cramps and stuff like that in my calf and stuff, because the way that I walk, it's kind of like a pimp shuffle with the boot and the crutch, and, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous about this appointment because I was supposed to have been wearing this boot like 24/7 and I haven't. And it's only because, you know, you get to a point where, you know, I can't go up and down the stairs with the stupid boot. And there's times where I need to get up there quickly, like, oh my god, I gotta go potty, you know, and I'm like, hobble, 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 hobble. And the whole time I'm like, come on, come on, come on, I gotta pee, you know. Or my kids are acting up and stuff like that, and I have to sneak upstairs like a ninja and catch them, you know, playing around when they should be in bed. You know, it's kind of hard to, you know, do my usual routine, and so to, you know, rationalize, I was like, well, I'll just take the boot off, you know, and then I'll be able to handle my business. Well, it doesn't really work that way. So, tell my doctor, she'll yell at me. She's like a tough grandma, no-nonsense lady. She's really nice. She's a really good lady. She'll kick my ass. Don't tell grandma, you know. Yeah, so I've always been a couple steps behind technology. Not on purpose, but it's just happened that way. And, you know, I actually kind of prefer it. Because let's say they come out with this new, flashy, fancy-dancy thing, and, you know, all the Joneses just scramble to the stores and buy it all out. Well, that's what they want you to do. Because then if the product flops, you're stuck with this expensive piece of crap. Aww. Sorry, I'm a little distracted at the moment. Anyway, yes, I have a clown horn that goes, that tells me that I have a new text message. Anyway, so, yeah. So you run to the store and you get this latest fabulous, sparkling, shiny little toy, and then, you know, let's say it actually ends up being a dud. You got a really expensive piece of shit in your hands. What the fuck do you do with it? You know? So what I do, and it's just by happenstance, you know, some new, let's say the eye crap, you know, comes out, and it's like, you know, sparkly, shiny, it's got lights and lasers, and oh my, and it's just this huge, crazy thing. People scramble to the stores, buy the fuck out of it, finds out that it's just a piece of shit. You know, it's got problems with it, it doesn't do this or that or the other, and doesn't do what, you know, they said in the advertisement, oh, it'll do this. Sometimes I seriously think they actually do that shit just to try to boost profits. You know, I'll say, oh, you know, you can't return it, you opened the package. Too late, huh? It's like, well, how the hell do I know whether or not it works? But, so, yeah. So then, you know, comes down the road, you know, I'm getting the latest hand-me-down or whatever, and somebody goes, oh, you know, I just got the new eye crap. It's supposed to be this really, you know, badass, you know, thing, and I'm sitting there going, product reviews say different. Don't get it. You know, and then I also know that I'm not to get it. You know? So it's weird, but that's how I roll. I've never had, here we go. You know, I've never really had a problem with like different pieces of technology, and I think it's for that reason that I get hand-me-downs that people know are tried and true, reliable. They had the product for a while. It worked really well for them. It still was in really good condition, and they passed it on to me. And hey, I'm happy because I got a freaking iPhone. I don't care what version it is. Yeah, I had to, you know, dig around and, you know, beg my soon-to-be ex to, you know, dig around and look for a Facebook app version that my phone still that doesn't require the iOS or whatever. Which I sound like a total geek whenever I say shit like that. Guys, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think it's like a certain like part of the programming or part of the software or something. I have no fucking clue. That's another thing. I'm not a geek. I'm a nerd. Nerds read about epic shit. You know, as far as technology and advances in science and stuff like that. Geeks are the ones that actually go out there and make those discoveries and build those technologies. So I'm not a geek. I don't know how to build anything to save my ass. The only thing I know how to put together well is my freaking boot when I have to go somewhere. I'm just not builder savvy. I mean, I used to take simple stuff apart when I was a kid. You know, I could unscrew things and then rescrew it back together. You know, but when it comes to actually building something, I can't do it. Oh, I can't fucking do it. Ooh. I don't have the appointment in here. Uh-oh. So yeah, part 2 coming right up. So, to be continued. Stay tuned if you want. So, yeah.